Hello everybody, it's Maquito. I hope everybody's having a good day and it's had a good day so far. We're back with another video. I know it's been a while, it's been almost a week. I think my last video was like Saturday or something like that. I do apologize for not posting, but I did let y'all know in the Discord as well. The reason why I didn't post for the last couple of days of the international break was one, just because I couldn't find any picks that I liked. A lot of those games, they didn't post a lot of the games. There were small slates. There was most of the games didn't have much to play for, so I didn't want to risk it. We were on a great run. We still are on a good run, and I just didn't want to like mess that up by forcing a video. Besides, it gave us a nice little break anyways. Club soccer is back. It is not the international break, so there should be games for the next couple weeks. So I do expect to post on my normal schedule. Try to post every day or at least every other day if not possible. So I do have a video here. It is a small slate, and again, even with small slates, sometimes I don't even post, and I was debating not posting anyways in this video, but I found some plays that I like. You guys know that I'm the type of person that's always going to post quality over quantity, so I did find some plays that I like. As always, if I have any added plays, they will be in the pinned comment, and any pictures that you see on the screen is from the data app called Outlier. You get a 7-day free trial with my link in the description. There's no reason not to try it, and if you don't like it, you can cancel it, but I do recommend it. It's a great resource app. If you use my code, you get not only access to soccer, but you also get access to all the sports, NFL, NBA, all of that. You can find great plays backed up by numbers. You can find matchups. You can, if you see plays that you like, you can use it as well to back up your plays as well. So I do recommend trying it out. 7-day free trial, link in the description. But I'll get straight into my plays. I have two plays that I found that I like on Prize Picks. The first one that I found is Pepelu to go hard and 0.5 shots assisted at home for Valencia, going up against Levante. If you look at this season, when he has started and stuff, he's only gone over in 3-8, which doesn't look good on paper, but you need context. Out of those 5 misses, 3 of them were against top 10 defenses. When it comes to shots assisted, it was tough defenses, so I don't blame him too much there. But for Valencia in the midfield, he's a pretty good playmaker for them. He takes some of their set pieces, and which is what I like as well, because Levante is weak at defending set pieces. Levante does not play possession of the ball. They average the least possession in the whole league, so that means Valencia can hold more than what they usually do, which means more chances for Valencia and Pepelu to get shots and shots assisted. Besides, Pepelu likes to play long balls. He likes to play crosses. He's like I said, he's a good playmaker for them, which is what I like. And if you look at last season, in games in which he played at least 45 minutes, he went over in 71% of games in general last season. That's without counting matchups or anything like that. Just starting the game, he went over in 71% of games. 12 out of 17 games he went over. He averaged 17.6 passes into the final third in those games last season. Final third attempts, I should specify, which shows he's looking to pass to his teammates in the box, trying to find them, trying to make playmaking opportunities for his teammates. And 34% of his passes overall were forward passes. He's not always passing back, which is what I like. He has the best matchup possible here against Levante, who on average have allowed the most shots assisted in the league per game. They're weak defensively, and at 0.5 at home, I like the line. So I like Pepelu to a higher than 0.5 shots assisted. And the second play that I found that I like is a separate play, and that's Diouf to go higher than 2.5 saves at home for Nice, going up against Marseille. He's had a pretty good individual season for Nice so far, saving 71.4% of shots on target so far this season, which is good. On average, the keeper saves around 65. Anything over like 68 is pretty good. He's at over 70. He's prevented in general 2.12 opposing expected goals. So Nice have conceded 2 less than what is expected just off of his performances alone, and he's averaging 3.75 saves per game. So he's averaging almost 4. We just need him to get 3. He's gone over in 8 of 12 games so far this season. And if you look at the games in which he's missed, the 4 misses that he has so far were against bottom 10 teams for saves allowed. So they weren't playing good offenses, hence why he went under. He went under against the 2nd, 3rd, 5th, and 7th teams when it comes to passes allowed to opponents. But now he has a great matchup here against Marseille, who on average have allowed the 2nd most saves to opponents at 3.3. He has a great matchup. Last season he played with Rams, a different team, and with them he played Marseille twice last season and went over in both games with 9 saves and 5 saves. So he went over a lot in that game. Marseille this season had averaged the 2nd most shots on target per game at 5.6. We just need him to save about 50% of those. He's saving over 70%. So just matchup wise, I like it. Nice in general have been leaky defensively. They're middle of the table. They've scored a lot, but they've also conceded a lot. When it comes to just shots allowed, they've allowed the second most shots to opponents at 16.5. Playing the team that has the second most shots on target, he's going to have plenty of opportunities to get those saves. Besides, best of all, according to Outlier, which I mentioned, you can use it with my link in the description. According to them, he's gone over this mark in 18 straight games against bottom 10 defenses for saves allowed when it comes to 2.5 line. The first 13 were with his old team Rennes, and the last 5 have been this season with Nice. So he's been consistent across both seasons. He has a good matchup here. He has a good line. So I like to play Diouf to go higher than 2.5 saves, next to Pepelu to go higher than 0.5 shots assisted. Before I get into my money line play, as always, I really appreciate it if everybody liked the video and commented as well. It's a great way to support the channel. It takes just a second. And whether it's just showing your support, typing something random, or asking questions, because I know a lot of y'all that make these watch these videos and make the plays, do it because I'm the one posting them, not necessarily because you watch soccer. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, turn on notifications so you're notified when these videos do go out. And I do also have my Discord, which is free, linked in the description if you want to join that. It's for those that just want to, I get notified when videos are out. I notify you when I don't post. If I have plays and I don't post, I post them there as well. And it's just a great community where people post their own plays. You can post your plays as well. So, and it's free. I don't hide any pics. So link for that in the description. The only form of premium that I have is my YouTube membership, which is linked as well. Or there should be a join button next to the subscribe button. It's for those that in general just want to support the channel, and you do get the content out earlier. Like 9 times out of 10 or 19 times out of 20, whatever, I always post these videos to members before I make them out publicly. But for this video, just because it's been a while since I've posted and it's getting a little late, I'm just gonna post it to the public. But like I said, 9 times out of 10, I always post my videos to members only before I make them out publicly. So again, it's also a great way to support the channel. So link for that in the description. I mentioned Outlier in the beginning, so I really want to thank anybody and everybody who supports me in any way. But I'll get straight into my money line play. I have one. Usually I don't do the ladder challenge just because I feel like anytime I do it, it's cursed. And lately my money line plays just haven't been doing well lately. But I like this play. I've been doing a good run, and I just feel really confident in this play. Hence why I'm doing it here. So again, you can fade it if you want. I know I haven't been doing well money line wise, but I'm being transparent. But I just really like this play. I got this for -127. It's a same game parlay on this game in the German Bundesliga. And the first play is Hoffenheim to win or draw away from home, going up against Mainz. Just form wise, Mainz are second to last in the league. They have played poorly domestically. They've done well in the Conference League, but they've played much weaker opponents in general. And again, they just have been doing weak defensively in the league. They've been winless in 9 of 10 games. Though they've only been able to win 1 game, and this play has hit in all 5 games at home in the league so far. Their only win was against the worst defense in the league so far in Augsburg. But Hoffenheim, on the other hand, have gone over this play in 7 of 10 games so far this season. So they've only lost 3. But most importantly, they've yet to lose away from home. Out of all 5 games they have yet to lose, they've patched up a lot of their defensive issues that they had last season. That was their biggest issue. They were always able to score, but they just couldn't defend. They can still score. They're not great defensively, but they have been better, hence why they've done well away from home. On average, they've only allowed 11 shots per game to opponents, which is pretty good. And Mainz have only averaged 2.8 shots on target per game. So that's the worst in the league. So they're playing pretty good defensively, playing against one of the worst offenses in the league. On both sides, injury-wise, hasn't been a big issue. The only team that really has a major injury is Mainz, and that's Cashapp, which is their right wingback, who's been pretty good at a good asset playmaking-wise. Now they don't have him. Just in general in the league, Hoffenheim have won 4 straight games. Now they're playing a bottom 5 offense and a bottom 6 defense in the same game. They're clinical. They've converted on 42% of shots on target. They're strong on counters, which is one of Mainz's weaknesses. They just have a good matchup overall, so I like this play. Hoffenheim to win or draw going up against Mainz, and the play to go along with it in the same game is hard in 0.5 first half goals in that same game. There's also cover. I expect probably Hoffenheim to score the first goal, but this also covered us just in case Mainz happens to score first. And even if they do, I still expect Hoffenheim to come back and at least tie the game. But I just don't see a defensive performance in general from either team. This play has hit in 4 or 5 away games for Hoffenheim, with them scoring in 4 of those games, but also conceding in 3 of those. So again, they can't be leaky, but they can score. While Mainz, on the other hand, this play has hit in 4 or 5 home games for them, conceding in 3 of those, but also scoring in 3 of those. So again, they could go either way in the first half. The goal could come from anywhere. And despite only averaging 2.8 shots on target, which I mentioned earlier from Mainz, they've converted on 36% of them. Hoffenheim overall have scored in 9 of 10 games, with the only miss coming in a game in which they were projected to score 2, so they were just unlucky to score. You can call it a gut call if you want to. I just mentioned how I like Hoffenheim in general in this matchup, and I expect them to come through, but it's also a small chance that Mainz could surprise and score early first. So this just covers this in case Mainz somehow does that. But I really like this play, and I like the slip for -127. Hoffenheim to not lose against Mainz, paired with at least 1 goal in the first half for day 1 of the ladder challenge. Thank you everybody for watching. I will quickly go over last video's picks. Like I mentioned before, we're on a great run. If I'm not mistaken, it's like 4 videos straight with the player prop sweeping. We had 2 plays in that one. We had Nathan Collins to go over on passes, and we had Vitinha to take at least 1 shot. Both of those plays hit, which is great for us. I know moneyline wise, we didn't hit. I know Portugal came through in their game, but I had Ukraine to not lose by 2. They were losing by 1 and conceded a goal in the very last second, so that was unfortunate. Again, most of my reads, I feel like they've been close, but we just been unlucky. But again, I like the play, hence why I'm bringing back the ladder challenge. We've been on a good run play when it comes to the player props, so hopefully we can keep that up. And we had a good break, so hopefully we can come back from the international break and hit these plays, keep the run going. Like I mentioned before, if I have any added plays, they will be in the pinned comment. So in general, I'd really just appreciate y'all for supporting me. Sometimes these videos are a little hard to make. They take up a lot of time. I have a busy schedule sometimes as well. But just your guys' support when it comes to the comments, when it comes to texting me on Discord. Trust me, I read all the comments. It all really helps, and it motivates me to keep making these videos. So thank you all for all the support, just in general across this channel. Thank you all. But other than that, I hope everybody has a good night, a good day, and we can cash out tomorrow.